Anyway, sorry. Welcome, Dr. Gomti.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I haven't.
See you because I am also a product of Manipur University Physics Department. But so far I have not seen you. Okay. Nandakumar, Oja Muba, Oja Zeken, or presently Oja Doren and Oja Yugindro. And Oja this this thing, they are all our teachers. I passed out in 92, physics. Okay. So anyway, nice to see and also happy to know that you are in the physics department of Manipur University. In fact, I'm very happy that today's talk series will be given by you, and there are also a faculty from the physics department of Manipur University and my alma mater institute. And I welcome you very much and for this talk series. And I think you might haven't heard about the PIMSA. Basically, PIMSA is a platform where all the mighty scientists and academicians in the field of science and social sciences, we all have gathered together, and we set up this platform last year. I mean, I think 2023, of course, last just slightly last 2 years ago. And in fact, we are very much engaged with the Manipuri society and the whatever the issues and the current crisis happening in our state is very disturbing, and we have a very long vision, and we haven't right now we are engaged with the helping the people staying in the relief camps and how to make their economy better. That is what we have been concentrating now. But now, since the people staying in the relief camps are in a better position now we have come back to our main objective of the PIMSA, our platform, to promote the science and how to interact with the state government, and that is what we are working on now. And this talk series is basically is a kind of medium, or you can say media, through which we can interact with our youngsters, the budding scientists, academicians, particularly our Meitei or Manipuri communities who are staying in Manipur as well as staying outside Manipur in different parts of the country. And that is how we have been conducting this series of talk. And today you are here, and I, on behalf of all the senior and the respected members of PIMSA, as all my young brothers and sisters, I welcome you again, once again. And we are very hopeful that through your talk, how the participation of the women scientists, particularly how we can empower the women particularly. So we are very hopeful that that will give a different dimensions in the talk series what we have been arranging so far. So we, with that further hope, uh, let us hope that we'll have a very fruitful discussion. So now I request the Mr. Khogan to Dr. Khogan to take over, please, for the next.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. So before we move ahead, I would like to request our again senior member, Dr. Melody, to kindly have a brief introduction to our audience about Madam Gomti. So this mic is over to uh, Madam Melody. Madam Melody, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Kogan. Yeah. So Dr. Thongam Gomti Devi is presently Associate Professor at the Department of Physics, Manipur University. Her research areas include vibrational spectroscopy, molecular modeling, quantum chemical calculation, and Raman spectroscopy in biomedical applications. She completed her MSc in physics from NEHU, Shillong, and earned a gold medal for securing the first position. She has completed her PhD in laser physics experimental in 2005 under the guidance of Professor Kamal Kumar, Department of Physics, NEHO. She has cleared CSIR NET JRF in 2002. Before joining Manipur University, Dr. Thongam Gomti Devi was working at the Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology as assistant professor and then as associate professor. She has published over 80 research papers in reputed journals. She was awarded multiple travel grants for visiting countries including China, South Korea, and Poland. She has guided 8 PhD students so far. Her today's talk, Women in Science, Challenges and Achievements, will focus on women's role and contribution in science globally, nationally, and in the Northeastern region. It is a pleasure and honor to have her in our talk series to know the achievements and challenges of women in science. Welcome you, Oza Gomti, to the talk series. Over to you, Oza.
Okay, thank you, Dr.
Thank-
Melody, for the introduction. And thank you, everyone present here. So, let me just share my screen. So, good evening, everyone. Today's talk is Women in Science, Challenges and Achievement. Here, I will be focusing on the role and contribution of women in science and technology and the problem faced by the women in pursuing research and career in science.
Madam, sorry to intervene. Your slide is not visible, madam. Can you reshare it?
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So the contents of my talk is what is science, famous women personalities in science in ancient time, famous women personalities of India, women in science of Northeast India, women in science of Manipuri women, problem faced by the women in science and how to solve the problems. So what is science? Science, we know science is the pursuit and applications of knowledge and understanding of the natural and social world by a following systematic methodology based on the evidence. So here science and technology, they serve as a backbone of contemporary society, propelling innovations, enhancing our standard of living and stimulating economic progresses. However, the involvement of women in science was very less in number during the ancient times. In fact, women are not allowed to study science in the olden days. But however, present day, more number of women have joined research in science and technology. And in the early 21st century, these in the United States and the United Kingdom, 50% of the doctoral degrees and the doctoral degrees and the medical degrees has been awarded to the women. However, reaching the top tiers of the scientific recognition remain difficult for the women, but this challenge is not unique to the science. Women in business and government, they are also facing the similar difficulties while reaching to the scientific recognition and for reaching the top tiers, etc. So when we talk about the recognition of the women in science, we can talk about the Nobel Prize winners. You know, Nobel Prize is the international award which has been awarded to the people for their scientific benefits to the humanities. So there are actually 6 categories like medicine, physics, chemistry, then literature, then peace, and then economic sciences. So for the lifespan from the 1900 to 2024, 66 women have been awarded Nobel Prize. But as compared, this is, I mean, for the 66 women is for including all the categories. So, but only 26 women have been awarded so far in Nobel Prize in Science in between this 1901 to 2024, means a lifespan of 123 years. And you can see that for every, if we have divided the years for 20 years each, you can observe that from 1901 to 1920, only 4 women have been awarded Nobel Prize in Science. And in 1921 to 1940, 5 women have been awarded Nobel Prize. And 1941 to 1960, only 3 women have been awarded in these 20 years for awarding the Nobel Prize. And then in 1981 to 2000, only 11 women have been awarded Nobel Prize. And in 1961 to 1980, 7 women have been awarded Nobel Prize in Science. And from 2001 to 2020, 28 women have been awarded Nobel Prize in Science. And from 2021 to 2024, 8 women have been awarded Nobel Prize. So if you see the pattern, then you can observe that the number of women who have been awarded Nobel Prize has been increased. This is due to the involvement of women and their interest in science has been increased. And you must have known also 11 February has been celebrated as the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. And it has been celebrated by the United Nations. And this day, 11 February, is recognized the contribution and the role played by the women in science. And it also promotes this science, equal access to science for all. So this 11 February has been approaching as we have in this in January now. So this International Day of Women and Girls in Science 2025 will be celebrated by the United Nations on the motto of Women's Leadership in Science as a new era for sustainability. So that is why my talk that is related with the women's in science is very much related to this International Day for Women and Girls in Science has been approaching. And now I would like to display those 26 famous women who have been awarded Nobel Prize in science till now. So in science, it included medicine, physics, and chemistry. So in medicine, 13 women have been awarded a Nobel Prize so far, and in physics, 5 women have been awarded Nobel Prize, and in chemistry, 8 women have been awarded Nobel Prize so far. And then here, Gertie Ritnitz Corey from the Washington University School of Medicine have been awarded Nobel Prize in 1947. Rosalind Yellow from the Veteran Administration Hospital, United States, has been awarded Nobel Prize in 1977. Barbara McClintock in 1983 from the Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, New York, has been awarded Nobel Prize in 1993. And Rita Levi Montalcini from the Washington University School of Medicine and Italian National Council of Research, Rome, because she is working in the two institute, and she has been awarded Nobel Prize in 1986. Then Gertrude Bailey-Elliott from the Bureau Wellcome Laboratory, New York, have been awarded Nobel Prize in 1988. Then Crystalline Ann Bolhart from the European Molecular Biology Lab and Frederick Manchester Laboratory of the Max Planck Society, Germany, have been awarded Nobel Prize in 1995. Linda Book from the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center in Seattle in 2007. Then Francois B. Sinouchi from the Institute of Pasteur, Paris, has been awarded Nobel Prize in 2008. Elizabeth Blackburn and Caroline Grader in 2009 and shared the Nobel Prize. They are from University of California and Johns Hopkins University. Then May-Britt Moser from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology have been awarded Nobel Prize in 2014. And Tu Yu from the Chinese Academy of Traditional Chinese Medicine have been awarded Nobel Prize in 2015. And Katalin Koriko in 2023 have been awarded Nobel Prize from the Szeged University of Hungary for her discovery of the RNA vaccine for the COVID-19. Similarly, for the physics, only 5 women have been awarded Nobel Prize so far. In 1903, Mary Skłodowska Curie, that used to be known as the Marie Curie, have been awarded Nobel Prize from the University of Paris, 1903, and she is the only woman who awarded Nobel Prize twice, one in physics and another in chemistry. Then Maria Goppert-Mayer from the University of California have been awarded Nobel Prize in 1963. Donna Strickland from the University of Waterloo in 2018. has been awarded Nobel Prize, and Andrea Mia Gass from the University of California has been awarded Nobel Prize in 2020, and Annie Ed Wheeler from the Lund University, Sweden, have been awarded Nobel Prize in 2023. Similarly, for the chemistry, then Marie Curie, she got the Nobel Prize in 1911 in the chemistry, and then her daughter Irene Joliot Curie has been awarded Nobel Prize in 1935. Dorothy Crockford Hodgkin from the Oxford University have been awarded Nobel Prize in 1964. Then Ada Yonat, Weizmann Institute of Science, Israel and MIT. She worked in both the institute, and she got a Nobel Prize in 2009. Then Frances Arnold from the California Institute of Technology got a Nobel Prize in 2018. And then Emmanuel Carpentier from the Max Planck Unit of Science of Pathogens, Berlin, got a Nobel Prize in 2020. Then Jennifer and Donna has been shared Nobel Prize with the in the university from the University of California in 2020, along with the Emmanuel Carpentier. Then Caroline Bertozzi from the Stanford University has been awarded Nobel Prize in 2022 for her discovery of bioautonomous reactions in the living organisms. So far, when we have seen those women who have been awarded Nobel Prize, but you can observe that not even a woman researcher from India has been named as a Nobel laureate so far. So that is why we would like to discuss what about the roles of women in India in this contributions achievement in science. So let us discuss about the women in India. So Indian women in science Indian women are the new entrant in the field of science and engineering. So there are women pioneers in science in ancient time, although they do not achieve like other Nobel laureates. And in fact, representation of women in faculty and in research areas is less than the 1/12 of the best institution in science and engineering. And one need to introspect the reason why India cannot produce women Nobel laureates in science. So women can compete to their male counterparts in studies before marriage. However, after marriage, their contribution to science is degraded. So is it due to the Indian society where family is more important than the science once married? So let us talk about some women personalities in India which has been achieved so far, and it has been recognized by the government of India also for their contribution to science and for the achievements and for their contribution to the society. So the first woman that I would like to mention is Kadambini Ganguly, and she is the first female physician of the South Asian to be trained in the European medicines. So the first Indian woman doctor qualified to practice Western medicine. So in 1892, she went to the UK and acquired a license at the Royal College for this physician and license for the Royal College for the surgeon also. And she she has been born in 1826 and 1826 to 1923 in those ancient times. Then next comes to the Muthulakshmi Reddy from 1896 to 1968. She is also the eminent medicinal practitioner, social reformers, and she's the first woman to be the member of any legislature in India, and she's the first woman to become the vice president in India, and then she has been founded at their Cancer Institute with the help of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in 1952. And the government of India conferred her the Padma Bhushan in 1956 for her recognition of her meritorious service to the nation. Next comes the E.K. Janaki Ammal, 1897 to 1984, and she is the Doctor of Science from Michigan, and she is the founder of Fellow of Indian Academy of Science. She is the renowned botanist and plant cytologist who made significant contribution to the genetics, evolution, and phytogeography and ethnobotany, and she is the winner of the Padma Shri Award. Next comes to the Annamani from 1819 to 2001. She is the distinguished Indian physicist and a meteorologist who was the Deputy Director General of the Indian Meteorological Department, and she is the fellow of the Indian National Academy of Science and fellow of the National Academy of Science. And she is the only woman to work with the Nobel laureate C.V. Raman. And she is known for her atmospheric physics and atmosphere. And she is the pioneer research in the area of solar radiation, ozone, wind energy measurement. And she also worked in the Raman Research Institute, Bangalore. And she made light of the difficulties and discrimination she encountered as a woman scientist. Then next comes to the Kamal Ranadiv from 1917 to 2001. And she also the fellow of National Academy of Science, and she is the recipient of Padma Bhushan, established the first tissue culture laboratory in India at the Indian Cancer Research Center. And she is the Wotumal Award, she got award, Wotumal Foundation Award for her work in the field of leprosy. And she also founded the Indian Women Scientists Association. And next comes to the Darshan Ranganathan. She is also FASC and the FNA, and her honor includes the Senior Research Scholarship of the Royal Commission for the Exhibition of 1851. And she also awarded A.V. Ramarao Foundation Award, and then Jawaharlal Nehru Bird Centenary Visiting Fellowship, and the Third World Academy of Science Award in Chemistry, and Sukadev Endowment Lectureship, and was deputy director. She was the deputy director at the IICT Hyderabad. And then A. Chatterjee from 1917 to 2006. She is the first woman having the doctoral in science in 1944, and she is also fellow of the Indian Academy of Science and fellow of National Academy of Science. She is the professor of chemistry, Calcutta University, and she is also the recipient of Padma Bhushan. And she also they got won different numerous awards such as S.S. Bhatnagar Award, C.B. Raman Award of the UGC, P.C. Ray Award, Shishir K. Mitra Lectureship, and Dr. G.P. Chatterjee Lectureship. And she is the first president of the Indian Science Congress also, and she is also the member of Rajya Sabha. And her research interest is natural product with a special reference to the medicine and chemistry. And Shakuntala Devi, 1929 to 2013, she is also popularly known as the human computer and the Indian mental calculator, astrologer, and writer. And she also plays in the Guinness Books of Record for multiplying 13 digital numbers, multiplying and give the correct answer in 28 seconds. And she wrote many books, including the book of numbers. Then next comes to the Kalpana Chawla. And this Kalpana Chawla, if you remember, she is the Indian-born space scientist, and she also work. She's the first Indian origin woman who worked to the space, and she expired in the February 2003. And she is also posthumously awarded Congressional Space Medal of Honors, NASA Space Flight Medal, and NASA Distinguished Service Medal, and the Defense Distinguished Service Medal. Next comes to the Bhima Bhuti, and she is also FNA, FNAC, and then fellow of the Third World Academy of Science, and she is also fellow of American Physical Society, and she is the past director of the plasma physics and ICTP trustee, and was president commissioned C49 of IAU, and she worked in the physical research laboratory, and she received the Sarabhai Award for planetary science, and she is a theoretical plasma physicist. And she also mentioned that while reaching the top of position and scientific recognition, it is also very much difficult, and she is fortunate enough to get the award in the male-dominated society. And then next comes to the Manju Bansal, and she is the fellow of Indian Academy of Science and a fellow of National Academy of Science. And she was the Von Humboldt Fellow in the EMBI Heidelberg and joined as faculty in Indian Institute of Science in 1981. She was the founder director of Institute of Bioinformatics and Applied Biotechnology, Bangalore. And I got the chance of meet her during the conference. And these are the women. I just given some of the names that we have been known so far till now, and there are so many numerous number of women scientists in India also who have done their tremendous contribution for the country and for the career in science and for the achievement of them in science also. So now, as compared to the other women who are working in the mainland India, let us come to the Indian women scientists in the Northeast India. Here, as compared to other mainland women in the women working in the mainland India, the number of women who, in the Northeast India, their recognition is less, comparatively less as compared to them. So one lady that I would like to mention here is the Jayanti Sutia, and she is the fellow of National Academy of Science. And this is the Indian physicist who specialized in plasma and solid state physics, and she was the director of Institute of Advanced Study in Science and Technology in Guwahati, Assam. And she also has been included as one of the first women who had the scientific institution in India. And she is also the emeritus scientist at the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. And she is very, I known her personally when we organize workshop is sponsored by the Indian National Academy. So it is a rule that the fellow of the Indian National Academy has to be the convener of that workshop, and then I be the coordinator. I requested her to be the convener, and she's very kind enough to accept it, and we work together, and then the workshop has been successfully completed, and I'm very much thankful to her, and she's very down to the earth person. Then next comes to the Dr. Swapnil Hazarika. She is the fellow of Royal Society of the Chemistry, and she is the senior principal scientist and professor head at the Center of Petroleum Research and CSIR Northeast Institute of Science and Technology in Jorhat, and she was awarded Chemical Science Society of India Bronze Medal 2023 for her significant contribution in chemical science. Then Ashwarya Sharma, she was working as the assistant professor in the Department of Physics at Bahona College, but she was appointed as the joint investigator scientist. She played a crucial role in the key aspects of the Aditya L1 mission, and she has been the principal investigator of the Aditya telescope since 2015, showcasing her dedication to advancing astronomical research. Then Udita Kalita, she is also the ISRO scientist, and she played a pivotal role in the successful execution of the Chandrayaan-3 mission. So, as compared to, let us come to the this one, this part about the money, those women who are achievement of the women in the Northeast India. So, let's come to the women scientists from Manipur. So here, notable Indian National Academy fellow in the women scientists are not found so far. However, women scientists, researchers, and teachers working in different research institutes, universities, and colleges are found. And here, I just mentioned some of the names that I know those who are working in universities, NITs, and the other this one research institute, etc. Many more are there, but one thing I would like to mention here is in this one in any articles those scientists from Manipur we have been seeing, and we did also, but those women scientists who have been working from the Manipur, we haven't got any article based on that, and it is very difficult to find those women working in different areas in the mainland India or overseas also. So it is very much important for the women's organization who are working from Manipur. We need to have some organization, then we can we can do works in collaboration, and then let's share the knowledge, everything. That is also very much important, because while I'm trying to search, because this is not my topic also, so I'm trying to find it out. For the women scientists from Manipur, is there any article based on that? But not even a single article has been there. So it is quite surprising. So from the class 10 to post graduations, women, we find that they top the examinations also. But every institute and research center, the number of women employees, while we say research, found to be very less than the men's. So after getting job or after getting married, leads to the degradation to their achievement. So why it is so, and it is need to be discussed. That is it due to their society norm, lack of support from their family. Bhavya, the question was arise in a meeting. Excuse me. The question was arise in a meeting why women cannot compete at par with men like they do during their student academic life. So how to bring them up? How can a good number of renowned Manipuri women scientists in India be produced? And what are the steps to be taken? So what are the greatest challenges and barriers of the women have faced in career in science? So this is just some some other consultation with other articles and all. I found some questionnaires that has been taken from the different scientists and then women working in different areas. So they have mentioned that limited funding opportunity for research and development is very much challenging for them for their career in science. And then my career ambitions, one woman scientist mentioned that my career ambition, choice and decision still involve a great deal of juggling competing influences such as child care and family responsibilities. Then once married, family responsibility comes first. Once mother, it is very difficult to get out of the environment and cannot concentrate on work. Then one lady, she's the top position in their field, and she mentioned that overall these difficulties with a supportive husband, manage time and distribute responsibilities, can carry on their career in science. Then some other ladies, they have mentioned that why they did not pursue research, career in science. They said that it was hard to find strong women role models in their early years of figuring out what I wanted to do, and in graduate school and even in the postdoc. That is why they, with no other role models, etc. So they are not thinking of considering, continuing their career in science. Then women's challenges in the workplace, they have mentioned that gender bias and stereotypes in leadership has been encountered during their workplace. Then underrepresentation in decision-making roles, these also very much challenges that they face in the workplace. Then challenge in the work-life balance, balancing with the professional and personal responsibilities that they have mentioned. Then navigating harassment and discrimination during the workplace has disabled their potential in research field. That some of the women there in their questionnaire, they have mentioned that. Then this is the one article that I also read through while this one, the challenges faced by the female scientists. So this is the in this article, challenges and coping strategies faced by the female scientists, a multi-centric cross-sectional study. Here 263 female scientists from 55 different countries, mostly from Southeast Asian regions, have been has been contributed, and their questionnaire has been taken. And their common challenge, they have mentioned that lack of work-home balance, discrimination, harassment at the workplace, and a hostile work environment has been their challenges so far. And then the common coping strategies that they mention is self-confidence, hard work, dedications, support for the child care, and a supportive work environment will really help them to continuing their career in science. And they all mentioned that their top challenges is the factor at the workplace. And here, 27.8% of the women so far, they have mentioned that self-confident, hard work, and dedication can help to cope up these challenges. Then 19.4% said that childcare support is very much important for coping up the strategies. That is why they mentioned that in every institute there should be crash in every institute, and some well-organized services should be there, so that the women can concentrate to their work without any hindrance. Next, 14.8% women had been said that supportive work environment really help them to cope these challenges. And 14.4 women said awareness and education among the women and colleagues would really help them for coping strategies. Then 9.9 said that professional support is very much important. Then 7.2% says recreation and relaxation really help them to this coping of these strategies. Then 6.8% women mentioned that balancing work and family time also they can manage. Then 6.1% said that they get support from their other female colleagues, so this is why they can manage. Then 3.8% women said that multitasking and time management is really necessary for coping with these challenges. Then 3.8% women said that planning and prioritizing is also very much important for solving these problems. Then 1.5 women person said that accepting the situation as it is. Then 0.8% said that some of the women they left their career because of these challenges faced by them. Then 0.4% mentioned reducing social life, and then freelancing, etc. And this is the same thing as this one. And then here the women place factor, they have taken the questionnaire for this woman. They mentioned that do you feel work related stress? They say that 71.5% feel that they feel the work related stress. And then is performance appraisal done fairly among both the sexes? Then the 48.3% say yes. And have you ever experienced sexual harassment at workplace? 24% women say yes. Is your working time flexible? 56.3% women say yes. Is a female scientist, do you feel that you are being asked too many personal questions? There is 32%. Do you have to put extra hours before and after your standard working timing? 71.9% women said that they have worked extra hours before and after their the working timing. And then 10.6 women said that they have the night shift. Then time is your management perceptive towards women career progression favorable? 41% say yes. And do you have crash at workplace? They said 28.9% said that they have crash at the workplace. And do you feel that HR policy are women friendly? So 34.6% say they are the women friendly. And then 73.8% women say that they have equal payment for male and female scientists. And then some of the 75.7% said that any woman they left their career due to some barrier. So they said some of them they have left, and the 97.5% said that they will recommend the fellow women to pursue their career in science. So this is a good sign that they will still recommend the women to pursue the career in the science. So in this work-life balance, they said that my working hour prevent me from having more quality time with my family. So 46% women said, and then my work responsibility time demand more of me than my responsibility with my family. So 49.8% women said. I would like to share my family responsibilities with my partner. So 39.2% women said. And then my family is able to adapt to my working hours and work demand. So 54% women said they have been adapt working hours and work demand also. Then I will trade my income for shorter hour at work to spend time with my family. Only 33.4% women said. So I still spend productive time with my family even when I spend overtime hours at work and work over the weekend. 44.8% women said. And then taking care of my dependents affect my working time, and then 40.3% women said that. And these are the, data that we obtain from the work-life balance. And their coping strategies based on the questionnaires are self-motivation and hard work is very much important for continuing their research in this science. And then they also mentioned that support of childcare is very much important, as whether it has been informally by the family members or organized by the childcare services, etc. That is why nowadays in every institute, care center is a must for every institute, and the government of India has also been initiative for that. Then support at the workplace is also very much required, especially for the young mothers and all, and because in those times some flexible timing for them has to be given, and then support from their colleagues also very much important in those times. Then organizations pay attention of making workplace conducive for the female scientists, and then presentation and participation in the scientific conference is also very much important, because after say by taking a break for the child care and all, so when they want to pass off to their career, so they need to attend those conferences so that they can see the new research, new methodologies, the new techniques, etc. And then even then they can also work, do in collaboration with other scientists in different parts of the world. So that is why participation in the scientific conference is also very much important to update their knowledge also. Then how do we support women in their careers? The first and foremost one is support from the family is very much important. Then household management, sharing of the responsibilities, etc. Then childcare facilities should be there. Then flexible work timing. Then support from the colleagues. Then motivations. Motivation is very much important. Sometimes women also feel that, okay, let us go as it is because we don't have time for concentration and all. So that is why motivation to itself, to self motivation as well as motivation from the family is also very much important for continuing their career in science. Then mentorship and sponsorship, this is also very much important, because the women after the break, when they come up for their work and all, so mentorship and sponsorship is very much important, otherwise it is very difficult for the women to come to the science stream. Then workplace policy also, women friendly workplace policy has to be there to support the women in their science career. Then here actually as a part of my talk, I interview some of the researchers in Manipur. So because the women who are working in Manipur, having they also doing well, but as compared to the women working in different parts of the India, they are a bit their pace is slow as compared to them. Why it is so? So one researcher, she mentioned that being a remote and disturbing area, connectivity is really a problem. So pursuing research is difficult in addition to the responsibilities of the family. Then another these researchers, they mentioned that lack of the research facilities is really a problem. And then on top of that, they cannot concentrate on work due to the unrest in Manipur. That is very true. Then lack of motivation from the family members is also there for them. Then non-sharing of the family responsibilities, only responsibilities that have been given to them, so they cannot concentrate to work. So that is also some of the resources they have mentioned. And then they cannot work long hours due to the situation. So in the science system, in the biotechnology, and then any other science career, they have to stay long hours in lab, etc. But due to the curfew or due to any other situation in Manipur, they cannot go long hours. So that is also hindrance to their career in science. So these are some questionnaires that have been taken in Manipur. So how can we increase the participation of women and girls in science? Here, 28% women they have been joined in the basic science, 27% in the engineering students, and as compared to 70% of the arts arts and humanity students. And in researcher one, in the 1/3 of the researchers are the women, and in Nobel Prize only 3%. So how to increase their participation of the girls in science? So that is why how to encourage the girls to go to the science from the school level. This is very much important. So by changing the society, the cultural belief that the girls are born to raise the children, they need to change. At a time only, women will be encouraged to go to the science, and then encourage them to study science by popularizing the science. So this is very much important. So now every institute, every schools and all those famous scientists, renowned scientists, which are working, from especially from Manipur also, if they are working, those who are working in the mainland India, they can visit the schools, and then they can give lectures so as to motivate them to take research in science and popularizing science. This is also very much important. Then exposing science to the renowned succeeded women in science. This is very much important, so as to motivate them and to continue their career in science, and then involve them to do science related tasks and build confidence in dealing with them. So some the girls, when we were during our school days, we also feel scared science to be tough and all. So if we could have taken up some experiments which are very much create interest to them, so they will think that, oh, science is very much interesting, then so that they can pursue research in the science. So like that one from the school level itself is very much important to encourage the girls. And then gender equality should be taught in the schools. So these are very much important suggestions for the girls to go science from the school level. And then Government of India initiative uh, also been given so as to encourage the women to pursue research in science. So Women in Science and Engineering Kiran, uh, this is their website, and then they have been given fellowship for the PhD, for continuing PhD. Then this PDF means postdoctoral fellow has been awarded under this scheme. And then WIDOC. WIDOC is the full form for Women Instinct for Developing and Ushering Scientific Heights and Innovation. And here, those women has been encouraged to, support to the multidisciplinary areas of research, and the maximum age for applying this project scheme is 62 years. And then wise scope. Here, the wise scope is also encourage the women to address societal change through the science and technology. This one interventions. So here also the women from 26 to 60 years can apply for this project. And then this one wise, this intellectual property right internship. And here and they have given 1 year training for the this intellectual property right, so as to have the knowledge to develop a core professional skills in the to the women's. So this is also very good initiative. And then some other programs for the women, international grant support has also been provided under this scheme, so that women can work in collaboration with the other institutes in the overseas, and then they can go there and learn their technologies, etc. So this is also very good initiative by the Government of India. And on top of that, infrastructure development support in a women's institute, that is CURI. So those women universities and the women PG colleges, they have also been given the infrastructure development for those women-centric universities and colleges also. Then gender advancement for transforming institution Gati. There is also there a new ecosystem based on building competency of institutions and provide mentoring support to achieve the transformation. And then Indo-US Fellowship for the women in STEM. And here, the women can get the chance to work with the institutions and the United States. And then the maximum, I think the minimum month is the 3 months, I think 3 months to 2 years. So women can apply for that for their continuing their research and their career in science. Then biotechnology career advancement and reorientation program. So DBT has taken up the biocareer program to encourage the women scientists to pursue research in the biotechnology. And then SERB Power Grant Project, of course, it is there for the encouraging emerging and this one eminent women researchers for the individual centric and competitive mode of the research funding. So that is why, I mean, there are so many initiatives that has been taken up by the government of India for the women scientists to come back for a comeback after having a break for the childcare, etc. And there are also opportunity for the young girls for continuing their career in science. That is the Bigyan Jyoti. So this is to encourage the girls to pursue higher education and career in STEM, especially in those areas where women participation is very low. So activities are student-parent counseling, career counseling, role model interactions, additional academic support classes, special lectures, visit to scientific institutions, lab and industries, science camp and workshop. Here, the girls from the class 9 to 12, they are enrolled to this program, and then they have got certain, achievements, and then they have their parents counseling also help them to, encourage their daughters to continuing their career in this science and all, and then visiting of the scientific institutions, lab, etc., is also very much important. So last month, some students from other schools are allowed to visit our labs in the Department of Physics, Manipur University. We have also done as a part of the SSR program and all. So this type of activities is also very much important for creating the awareness of the science, and then what are the other fields are there, interesting fields are there in science. So let them experience during the, school, from the school days is very much important to pursue their career in science. And in the conclusion, many enabler schemes means like for the women's entrepreneurship, and then using science and technology as a main as the main theme to find it out, society related programs, etc. So this enabler scheme really helps the young women to come back after the break. So there are so many schemes are there. This is also very much good initiative, and then special scheme for research in science and come back after a break. So that is why this is special scheme, the women scientists, etc. This is very much important because women after having a break, they can come back and pursue their research, etc. And then parents and educators are encouraging girls to become scientists in science. And then workplace need to promote women through training and mentoring initiative and investment in providing care, infrastructure, and leave-related policies. And we hope that participation of the number of women in science is going to increase in the coming decades. And we will get women's Nobel laureates in science one day. And we with this hope, I would like to highlight, mention to those renowned scientists from Manipur who are working in the mainland India, etc., to have the collaborative and the mentorship to the women scientists who are working in Manipur, because here in Manipur, this is the situation is not good, and then whenever we want to work related to our field, it is very difficult because of the tense situation in Manipur. So collaborative work and mentorship from the renowned scientists from Manipur is very much needed of the time. And then with this, I would like to thank to all of you for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Madam Gomti. It was a very insightful talk, and I really appreciate that. I can understand the amount of time and research you have put into to prepare all these slides. So we really appreciate. And if this was a physical presentation, like offline, we could have acknowledged your work with a bouquet of flower or a memento, but unfortunately, it's not possible right now. But I'm really thankful for your this presentation.
Yeah, thank you
So
very much.
yeah, I think it's a real issue that the women are facing the challenges in not only in science but in all aspects. But
Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah. So it's improving, but there are rooms, a lot of rooms to do a lot of works. But for in the case of Manipur, I think it's a real challenge that the regular crisis has pulled us back from moving forward, not only for women also, but for the male counterparts also. So yeah,
Yes,
so we
yes.
have to think about consider all these things. But yeah, so is there anyone who would like to interact with Madam? Yes, Santa Laisram. Yeah, Tamo Santa,
Yeah, okay.
please
It's
take
a
the
very
mic.
nice
Thank you.
okay. Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
you're audible.
Okay, very nice talk and insightful talk. So I have a remark here. So in particularly in mathematics, so thanks to this something called MTTS program, and there's this women in mathematics programs funded by this National Board for Higher Mathematics. Now a lot of women scientists are coming, but particularly these many students are coming to mathematics. So things are getting seems to be getting better, though still we have long way to go. So
Yeah.
I hope in other sciences such kind of things may be proposed so that the women can come up better. And another thing is that this just my remark. So Sakuntala Devi was not considered a scientist, so maybe it's a, it may I mean like
Yes, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that's just my remark. So it was very nice and insightful talk.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tamo Santa. And I think we have a next question from Madam Rina.
Hello, Gomti. I don't know whether you remember me or not, but I know you.
Okay, okay.
I am Reena. Actually, my friend Lakshmi is your best mate at TG, Lakshmi Shalam.
Oh,
And
yes,
even,
yes. I know. Yeah, she is in KB, KB
yes,
Elephant Park.
and
Yeah.
even my friend Taroza was with you at Nehu during the MSc time.
Yes. Oh,
So I know you indirectly, but
okay.
yeah, it is very nice to see you in this talk series. And you had covered very nicely all the challenges faced by the mainly that women's in the science field. And I appreciate your this thing, remarkable this thing, your journey also. And I am really proud of you. And you had nicely covered all the challenges that even means I'm working as a medical physicist, is a clinical scientist in the Tata Memorial Hospital, Actrec, since 2004. I am already 20 years experience. And I know the challenges that women mainly means after any childbirth or after that maternity leave. So how to come back to the your profession and how to take up the new techniques and all these things. I had already means seen those things in my life, and I know that challenges you had mentioned that in the working that in your office, is there any the challenges as a woman? But as my experience in a city like Mumbai, I had never faced any challenges as a woman in my working atmosphere, and I had been given the uh, that given the that my position as the officer in charge of the department, and I'm very lucky to work in a hospital like Tata Memorial Hospital, and it's like I got lots of freedom in doing and any implementation of any new techniques. So I got full support from our directors and my colleagues, and even my department is run by the women only. So we are so proud. Till now, we have three physicists who are in the regular post. All are girls. So even the director used to say that it is a department run by the ladies only. So it is
Yeah,
very
it is a
like
very
lucky to work with the mainly the women centric department. And I think in Manipur also we should make a atmosphere for the girls, for the women to have a like a very good atmosphere, good working space for the ladies. So I don't know, as I had been working for the last 20 years in Mumbai, so I don't know really what is happening in Mumbai at Manipur. But you had mentioned that we need to encourage mainly the girls who are in
Yes.
graduation and post graduations, and mainly we need to educate our partners, mainly our in the family also, my that brothers, then husbands and fathers, that what is the importance in the India role in making a woman successful in the life.
Yeah, that is
So
very
it has
important.
to, it is very important. And in this talk series also, I know many male scientists and many our mainly our Maitai, that community. So we need to think about, and we need to change uh, our that uh,
Yeah, mindset
way
to that.
of thinking towards the ladies. And I think that sharing the household work, it is very important, and it has to be taught from the boys is very small, so they need to take part in the household work 50-50 with the girls. So it is very important. It should not be the work for the women. So in the latter phase of life, it is very difficult to sense that thinking. So even now I have two sons, so I started teaching them that cooking and helping the household work. So even my husband used to help me. So it has to be from the early stage of the life. It has to be equally shared. So I am very lucky that you had mentioned all those things in details. And nice to meet you here in the talk series.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Saying this, I will means my remark towards this talk series is now it's okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you, Madam Rina, for giving us your insightful thoughts on this related to this topic. And I'm glad to know that your department is conquered by ladies under your leadership. So, yeah, so I think we have another hand raise from Dr. Rajnikanta.
Hello, madam.
Hello.
Many thanks for your insightful discussions about women in science. I have
Yes.
few curiosities. The first one would be, please let us know what you would want to see from PIMSA-like organizations to increase the accomplishments of women in the near future. For your kind knowledge, PIMSA is always associated with academics. And regarding the awardees, I think nobody is achieved the highest respected awardees like Bhatnagar, Padma Bhushans, or Padma Shris from this one, Northeast side. Uh, Apart from this, also there are so many awardees, but we do not know what is the award given by the National Academy of Science, Indian Academy of Science, and all. I think this is also one of the factor we are not achieving. I think in near future PIMSA should organize this kind of award series also. And one more thing is that lack of knowledge on career achievement is one of the major problems why Manipur is still left behind, including men and women. So what
Yes.
is your view? So that actually MU students, particularly earth science, are
Mm,
not willing to come out to explore research labs like what we are still now, like
mm,
CSR or DSP, like that one. So I'm sorry to say that if you mind, but
mm.
I would like to, I would love to hear from your point of view with with all these curiosities.
No, actually, here I would like to mention that in our department, those facilities, those if those facilities are not there, then we used to, do in collaboration with other research institute in the mainland India for the this Delhi University and then some other CSIR lab and all. We used to do in collaboration. So like that, I mean, some other those PIMSA members who are working in this related field, like Sir Gomani is working in the BARC and all. Still, he is helping quite a lot in the physics and the chemistry. Researchers who want to continue good work with him, then they used to go and work with them. So like that, actually, we want for other branches of those who are working in different branches to help us to work in collaboration, and then so that we can work together. So if there is some initiative they can be taken from the, PIMSA, then I can take the responsibility to, inform all the this one branches, in the Manipur University, to those areas which are working in different branches. I can share to them so that they can contact with this person and if they want to work in related fields and all. So this is actually maybe some other researchers who are working in Manipur University, they may not know, who are the, researchers who are renowned in their field has been working and in the mainland India, they may not have known, but still we have to tell them like these are the peoples are there, and then if you want, then you can take help like that. So that one, we can take the responsibility and then inform them.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you, madam, for
Mm,
your elaboration.
mm.
So how many students are aware of PIMSA, uh, especially from the physics department of MU? I don't think only a
Okay,
few
actually, for
would
me
know.
also, I didn't know it because Sir Gomni has
Yeah, yeah. That's the
told me
problem,
you need to
man.
give a talk and all.
That's the problem.
Before, I don't have that much idea about this, but it has to need to popularize, I think. So,
Yeah, that's
so
the problem.
that is the problem.
Yeah, I think thank you so much, madam, and thank you, Dr. Rajnikanta, for uh, putting up your interesting question. And I think we have another hand raise from Dr. Yaifabi. Is it?
My respect to
Yeah.
the this one. My special thanks to Gomti ma'am for presenting such an amazing talk and also at the same time an encouraging talk. And thank you for making us realize and highlight the status of women in science and the various problems faced by the women. And I am a student, a PhD student registered in Department of Biochemistry, Manipur University, and I am one of those privileged students who is
Mm.
currently working with Dr. Ragumani sir in BRC. And I would like to thank Gomti ma'am for this amazing talk, and also at the same time PIMSA for giving me this opportunity to attend one such important talk. So this is my first time having joining to join this PIMSA talk series, and this is the starting is the best. So I hope I will be able to look forward to more amazing talk. And once again, thank you Gomti ma'am and Rina ma'am for highlighting all these issues, and thank you for serving as a role model for us. And I'm sure not only me, the entire student will look up to you as a role model in coming years, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Yaifabi. We wish you all the best in your future career. I hope you will do great with science, what you are doing in research right now. So we appreciate your all the good words you have expressed. So, is there anyone who would like to interact with our speaker?
There's a question in the chat box from Dr. Susibala
Okay.
Nambre. Can you take it up,
Uh,
Govind?
I'm sorry, I couldn't check it. Yeah, let me. Okay. Madam Gomti, there is one question from Dr. Susibala. She is also one of the members of IMSA. What she says is, considering the significant pay gap between research fellowships and positions in academia or industry, how can the current fellowship model be restructured to offer more competitive financial incentives and attract talented women engineers returning to the workforce after a career break? So, can you please respond to this if you have any?
Yeah, actually, this is the question that has been asked by many women scientists, which has been joined after after joining the research after a break, etc., like that. So regarding this, actually, we need to what to say. It is the some special program for the government of India only, like for these women scientists and all. This much amount of fellowship has to be increased like that. But I don't have that much idea about this, like what is the salary structure for the women scientists right now. I mean, when they join after the break, I think the salary I think has been increased quite a lot regarding this. But actually, what I would like to mention is we better for the women scientists, we also need to take off these problems, and we can ask I mean to the higher authority regarding this, but I don't have that much idea about this regarding
Okay.
the salary
Yeah,
structure and
thank
Yeah,
yes.
thank you very much, Madam Gomti.
Mm.
Actually, this is actually faced by the dilemma is faced by me at present because I want to work on the research, but the financial incentives being offered to the uh, me from the
Mm.
like the funding, they are not lucrative enough. So I'm doing something which like I'm really not into, means I want more I want to do more research and less teaching. But I right now I'm doing more teaching and less of the research work, but, because the funding which is being offered to me is not lucrative enough. So I
Mm.
wanted to know about this from you, and thank you very much for telling me.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah, thank
regarding
you.
this, actually, last time actually we also talk in our institute. Actually, those who joined newly research, I mean, as a faculty in the institute and all, they have given some certain initiatives to continue their research. Some funding has been given. Those who have joined up to 5 years from the 5 years like that, they are allowed to give some say 3 4 years to take up the research and all. So like that one can be done, but other than that, I think for the new startup, some new projects are coming up. I think last time I applied for the ACRB Power Grant project. That is a startup project. So those who newly joined, they can apply for that, and then they used to give also, and there is very good project funding, and then they give. I mean, for buying the for that.
Madam Gomti, your mic was breaking at the last minute. So, can you, if you would like to repeat the answer again?
Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes. No, what I would like to mention is those who newly joined in the institutions and all, some startup programs are there for the SCRB and all, especially for the women's. There is the Power Grant project, so they can apply for that project, And then up to 60 lakhs they used to offer, the grant also. So this is very good initiative. And sometimes it is difficult that she mentioned that we also face more teaching and the less research and all. It is very much difficult for us. And then in our time we had the fast track women scientists, young scientist award. That one we applied and we got also those right after completing our PhD. We can apply the fast track scheme for young scientists. So we get the initiative and we take up the project. So that is how we keeps on continuing like that. But I think in those time, those fast track scheme is not there anymore nowadays, I think. So, but for SRB Power Grant project is very much, good one. So you can apply for that. This is very good.
Okay, thank you,
Mm.
Madam Gomti. So I think we have crossed around 1.5 hours now. So I think it's time to wind up. If there is there's no one to ask any questions. Okay, I don't see any hand raised. So before moving ahead to the vote of thanks, so our President, sir, would you like to say a few words, or I shall move ahead? Yeah, please.
Okay, just I'll take only 1 minute. Gomti, I just want to know the current status of physics department in MU. How many faculties are there, or how much student intake, and what is the research work you people are engaged with? I think Wazab Nimai also has retired. Am I right?
Uzan Nimai is also retired now. So now actually, how many this one? Jugindro, then this one, Sumitra Panjobam is there, and then Basanta, then Dilip Angom, then me, then Sinorita, and then Momita, then Subhakanta, then the 2 more faculties. Yeah, I think around 11 faculties are there right now.
Okay,
And then the
okay.
number of faculty members, women faculty members is, I think 5 of us are here in physics department. And then the research work is, many of them, they are working in the material science, then astrophysics, and then computation physics, like that. And then this time we got the fees level to this one project, and we are getting 1.64 crore uh, for our lab setup. So we are going to purchase Raman spectrometer, and then for the cluster for the computation and all, we are going to purchase. So right now, research is, I think, is going smoothly. But the problem that I have already mentioned to you, sir, also, like because of the tense situation in Manipur, we could not pay concentration to the work. Every time ban and then strike curfew is always there. That is the problem faced by us.
Mhm. Anyway, I just want to say one more thing. I'm taking the liberty. I hope will all the PIMSA and senior members will agree with me. Gomti, why don't you join the PIMSA? What do you feel about joining the PIMSA?
It's okay, sir. I can, I can join. How to join the procedure and all. If it's there, then I will surely join, sir. This one.
Was that the mentee for life science?
Yes, yes.
Yes, she was already associated with us,
Oh,
and
okay.
because of some personal this thing, she's still behind the scene now. She's still with PIMSA behind the
Oh,
scene, and also very much what is called you can say very interested, and she's very appreciative of the PIMSA, and such a nice senior professor who's really take very keen interest in research in spite of even at his age also. That I mean, he's very much associated with us. So
oh,
what
okay.
really we are very much impressed the way you have given your presentation, and I can imagine you have a very ignited mind. Though we are women, and you have a very high temper, scientific spirit. That is what I could see through your presentation.
Okay, thank
And
you.
maybe what PIMSA we are going to do is, this is the way we want to promote the science. We want to popularize the science, and particularly in the young generations of the or motherland Manipur. And
Yes.
and now we are in touch with the state government also. Some of our senior PIMSA members are already in touch, particularly in the Mastek,
No.
because they want to take a lot of projects and they want to do lot of collaborative works with the, because we have almost in every part of the country all members are scattered. I myself based in Mumbai, okay, like Rina, Dr. Ragumani, like this. So our most of our many of our these members are located in different parts of the country, west, east, south, north. You will find. And
Okay.
in fact, now we are going to release our biographies of all the PIMSA members as a volume one that's going to be shortly released by the end of this January. And you will find the spectrum of the people in every science, whether in the field of chemistry, physics, then art sciences, and the or different type of things. You'll find a very spectrum. But anyways, I took this liberty and offered to you to join PIMSA, and it would be
Surely.
very interesting. Yes, yes. But you think over. I'm just suddenly, because I have taken such liberty without consulting other the co-executive members of the PIMSA. But I feel that we all like-minded people. That is why we have to come together and work together for the benefits of our Manipuri society. So anyway, only with these few words, I'll conclude from my side here, Kogan. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Tamo. And I think we are now at the end of this session. So before that, I would like to really thank our Madam Speaker, Dr. Thongam Gomti Devi, uh, for for giving us a really insightful topic and get us engaged into the real challenges that women are facing in science, and how can we move forward doing better, and with a lot of understanding among men and women, and also with the families and the working space. So PIMSA is really, uh, we are really thankful to you. And then our president, sir, for being with us and embracing this talk series. And also, I would like to thank our program coordinator, controller, our finance secretary, Dr. Romi, who has been sitting here half an hour ago before all of us to ensure that this all the session goes well. And again, also, I would like to thank Madam Melody for the introductory speech and all the wonderful audiences who have engaged and listened carefully with the talk and still staying online with us. So thank you, all of you.